So hello guys and welcome to Oslo Gardermoen. Yeah, a slight change from yesterday. Basically, initially I was meant to fly back from Oslo Torp, but what happened is Ryanair changed the departure time of my flights from Oslo Torp. They stuck it from half 12 to 9 o'clock in the morning, meaning that it makes it impossible for me to make it to the airport in time. So I've now been stuck in Gardermoen. In short, so I went through the Ryanair live support chat, and rather than cancel the flight or cancel the weekend or all that stuff, they instead allowed me to transfer onto a flight from Gardermoen, which makes my life a lot easier because it means I get to spend a couple more hours in Oslo, which means I get to hang out more of the Roblox guy. More on that later. And yeah, it went well really. So massive shout outs to Armin, who helps me on the Armad, who helps me out on the Ryanair live chat, customer support. Thank you very much, man. So yeah, we're currently at Oslo, like I say, and today we are flying back to London Stansted, which means I get the fun job of setting the aircraft ready to go. So first things first, double check if the controller is still around, because I know he's disconnecting very shortly. Yep, he is gone. She's turning now need to tune to Unicom 1 to 2.8. And we'll set the aircraft up ready to go. There was control here a couple moments ago. Clearing me to land into Oslo a couple minutes when I landed, but sadly he has disappeared. Annoying, but what can you say really? Right, so first things first is let's refuel the aircraft. So edit weight and balance, get the fuel up. I need 6,989 kilos on board. That's basically both these tanks full. Not quite actually. 6,970. I'll put a little bit more in there. That will do. Keep it central. That will do. Apply changes. Over to the FMC. Let's get this all programmed up. So departing from Echo. Hang on. This is the right one. 1319 from Gardermoen to Stansted. Yeah, that's it. So Echo Golf November Mike. ENGM. Whoops, that wrong. Sorry. Echo November Golf Mike. EN Norway. Golf Mike Gardermoen to Stansted. Echo Golf Sierra Sierra. Company route manually. Flight number is FR1397. And our runway for departure today will be, double check Flightradar. I believe it's 19 right. So yeah, we're going to 19, aren't we? Sounds good. 19 right. That being said, looks like you've departed from 01 left. Okay, 01 left it is. Not quite what I was expecting. I'll double check the winds now. 3 knots, 350. Okay, that's fine then. Right, per minute. Set up the weights. Reserves 1.1. Sorry, it's 11. I'm 1.1. That's 11 tons of fuel. So 11,000 kilos, 1,100. Cost the next 23. With the cruising altitude of 380. Winds average at 324 at 38. Whoops, slash. Execute that. N1 limit. And takeoff we'll do shortly. Because we now need to program our route. So one way left. We'll start the flight actually, so that passengers may start boarding. Via which departure? Oh, there you go. Be Tor 4A for us. Go to routes. So TOR 4A to Tor. Then it's via L39 to Gollum. And then it's N866, November 866 to Buckot. Before we fly P7 to Barmy. We'll then program our approach into Stansted. So activate that, execute, and now switch over to takeoff, where we put in our 10 degrees of flaps, center gravity in, set all those up, go to legs, and we'll now go through the numbers. So trim is 3.4, push out the way down, so we have just landed like I said. Do, and after that it's a 130 rotate, land at 139, set that to cruising altitude of 38, and the overhead panel we threw it at 37 before, that goes to 38. I've done the fueling, so get rid of the fuel truck and seatbelt sign come on now. And exclusion come on as well. Strobe not yet, so you aren't ready to start just yet. Chocks are fine, GPU's on. We'll pre-plan our pushback. I believe we actually want to go facing left onto the main taxiway, unless it's possible to escape to the right, which I think it may actually be. Yeah, we can do that. Alright, so we'll push to the right. Stick a marker down.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
And at this point, we'll go for the basic welcome on board. So, go for that. Double check the overhead panel, that's all fine. Sense fuel pumps are off. APU will start up in a moment. 380, bleeds are set as required, that's all looking good. Press start until the needle moves. Need to also reset this since I made a mistake. ENGM to EGSS. That's Stockholm. I was going to say it's not 19 left, but it's going to a different airport to us. Right, so program that. It's Delta Yankee Alpha. Our call sign is 3 Bravo Charlie. Close that, minimize that, don't require that anymore. And I believe at this point we are now ready for push and start. APU's on, so we'll bring parents to the aircraft. APU bleed on, and GPU now disconnects. So if I go to the doors, ground handling, we'll get rid of the pushback tug. If I do that, what happens? Yeah, not ideal that. Sorry, ground handling. Back to control widget, basically because it sees there's an direct window, it sticks directly onto that. Okay, all doors are locked now, so we actually just disconnect everything straight away. Back, back. That's all fine. Ground services. Stairs are not moving. And yeah, we can start thinking about now leaving. So, if we go to pushback and request pushback. Bring the tug in front of us.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Who else have we got in the airport? We've got British Airways. Apparently Charlie X-Ray Alpha. Oh, sorry. I lie. Oh no, it's British Airways. For some reason, from this angle, it looks like British Airways. Like, they're trying to create a bit of a joke out of it, but no. So that's all. British Airways. Sorry, British. Not even I. British Airways. Kind of looks like that. You'll probably disagree, but that is peculiar. Okay. We've got British Airways, and that's about it, really. Oslo seems fairly quiet today. We go to, where is it? Ground handling.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed.
Push back.
Ready to connect.
Go to tug view. Let's have a look at our pushback tug. Service from the actual cockpit view. So you'll go set up to the aircraft from here. I will say, it's the existence of tug view that not many know about. I genuinely find it quite cool, actually. Be able to see the aircraft in service from this angle. So, wheels now being locked. And now being raised, which means the parking brake only holds the rear wheels. And the front now gets controlled manually by the aircraft. I can kind of move my wheels around, but not as much movement.
Release parking brake.
Parking brake released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Engine to start. So engine 2 will now start to spin. There we go. So it gets to about 18. I'll then start the fuel flow. Okay, not quite as much of a view now since being obstructed by the wheel well there. Delta Yankee Alpha, right on the side of that. My good old classic 737. Fun facts, Delta Yankee Alpha being the aircraft I almost got to see at Stansted Airport not too long ago, and I went to Poland. But yeah, missed on it because it was in a different part of the terminal, which was obstructed by one of the passenger gangways. Very disappointed. I almost spotted my very own X-Plane 73. Sadly, we'll likely miss it because they very rarely fly Stansted. It doesn't go here too often, so it's a shame. It's a shame that one I'll have to live without. Anyhow, the engines are now active. Pushback is almost complete. Just gonna stick into position now. There we go. Now you set the parking brake.
Complete. Set parking brake.
And it'll now lower the aircraft. Right, so engines are on.
Toes, stand by.
Power on the engines, APU bleed off, engine bleeds on, APU off, packs on. No effects on the rest of the aircraft start up from this point. So that's looking good. The aircraft's now being lowered and will be unlocked. Strobe lights now come on since the engines are active and we're ready to go. Anti-icing is set as required. Cabin crew will now do their safety instructions for the passengers. TCAS is active, and as far as I'm aware, everything is now complete. So, taxiing runway 01 left.
Disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left.
12 November.
We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Echo November Golf Mike, traffic. Pushback tug's now leaving. You'll be on the left hand side. Let's signal to go. We actually go back to his view again just before he disappears. Camera's a little awkward from this view, I will say, but it does the trick. There we go. That's the hand signal. We are now ready to go. So pushback Sorry, parking brake released. Probably put the flaps down to 10, might as well. Just a quick surface check while I'm here. So up, down, left, right, rudder, rudder. That all looks good. Let's make our way down to the runway now. Throttle up to about 10%. Taxi lights on. And there we go. So flight time today will be around 2 hours and 20 minutes. Probably a little bit shorter than that by the time we do get into the air, since the winds are basically in our favour right now. Stansted, last time I checked, departing runway 04. Gosh, the ground here is a bit bumpy. Glad I'm not parking in that stand. The whole airport mesh actually seems a bit off. I might need to do an install of the scenery. Is that a tree? I remember last time we landed here there were trees on the runway. I'm hoping that the airport, at least runway 01, doesn't have the same weird issue. Yeah, the scenery is here at Oslo. It's a little bit, just a little bit of a mess. I need to taxi parallel to the main taxiway, just for the fact that, yeah, it's a bit obstructing. Shrubbery on the taxiway. Like I said, if you're watching this live, then, well, say live, if you're watching the premiere as it is, do tune into, here's our stand, do tune into Flightradar 24, where you get to watch this flight in the real world. Because like I say, I do premieres, basically, so I'm flying in the real world, yeah, sorry the lane lights, but I am going to taxi around that tree. Weird. I don't need to do this in the real world. I hope Oslo's not like that, because landing's going to be a bit of a bumpy impacts one. Anyways, it's a fairly straight line now to the runway. Got a left turn coming up. Everything's all over the place. I'm guessing that an exclusion zone in the airport's not quite matching up to what the scenery sees. And I believe this is default Oslo actually. I don't think I'm running any add-ons for this one, so very peculiar. Right, so it's the left hand coming up now. I'm gonna cut this on the insides just because of, again, a tree in the way. As long as our gear doesn't touch dirt, we'll be alright. Left here. Ooh, that was a bump. There we go. That was our first pothole. And there we go. Now taxiways do seem clear for the remainder out of our journey to the runway. Again, there's no active tower, so no one we need to get in contact with. So on the auto throttle. A fairly speedy taxi, but it's about right for a Ryanair average. And yeah, there are definitely trees on this runway. One day we'll get a normal flight in, but today is not that day. So yeah, packs have been set, bleeds set, flaps down. Also brake will set to checks in the moment. Standing lights will set once you've stopped. Tree in the way, so we'll have to make a left hit, sorry, a right hit. Which is fine because this is the start of the runway anyway. So we'll hold position and announce that we are departing Departing runway 01, Echo Golf November Mike. Sorry, November Golf Mike. Landing lights set. Runway takeoff lights set. Taxi lights off. Everything good. Brakes set. Auto throttle set. Transponder on. We're on Unicom. No one's coming to land since this is not the active landing runway. There's an aircraft 20 miles ahead of us. 6,000 feet. Below us apparently. I'm not quite sure if that's right. Maybe an airport? Not too sure. But you won't be any conflicts for us. There you go, that's on my one night's report near final. Right. And one set. Ooh, the lighting just changed it. That won't affect us. Right, let's go.
$80 knots.
80 knots. Tree incoming.
V1 rotate.
V1 rotate. Unfortunately, not soon enough for these trees. Positive rate, gear up.
$400.
400. So the autopilots.
1,000.
1000, lock the gear, flaps up 1. Jets takeoff, brakes off. In a couple of moments, we'll raise the flaps up once more. So it's about 205 knots. Flaps up, continue climb. All looks good. Keep an eye out for the approaching Brussels Airways. We'll be on the other runway, making left hand anyway, so yeah, you'll be out of it. And as always, scenery's looking pretty good. Using some VFR scenery here with Europe X, I believe it's called, for the overlays. Yeah, I forgot to name that one completely. But overall, Sim's looking good. Frame rate's now up, especially as I've now done a reinstall. Let's play and just put everything back into the normal places. So that's especially looking good. Yeah, overall, should just be expecting good flights. Like I say, the weather in London ain't too bad, rather than Stansted's pretty good. Wind shouldn't be too bad as well. We'll try and use it to gain a couple of minutes. Right, so stick the airports up on the tablet. Echo off Sierra Sierra. Essex radar, that's fine, that's all fine. Right, winds, last time I checked it was, yeah, 240 at 4 knots. So actually maybe going into 22. We'll see how that goes. 2 to set standard, now you've passed 6,000. In a couple of moments, we'll then be able to set the altimeter, set the landing lights to off. As you pass 10,000. And very soon actually turn off the seatbelt sign, because as it stands, the weather right now is pretty much spot on. Time is 14:38. We've been in the air for 2 minutes, so we're a couple minutes behind, I guess, on the takeoff. So you're down to taxiing though, so we should be alright. 10,000 feet, landing lights off. And while we're up here, we'll turn off the seatbelt sign. Which means at this point, I've now got nothing to do until we command the aircraft to land. Or potentially whatever's going on at this waypoint, because you've crossed it. Golf Mike 614. Not sure what aircraft you are, you're a type. hoping you'll be moving from there shortly. Otherwise that will definitely be a conflict and we'll need to see what TCAS tells me to do. Yeah, we're climbing. We're getting closer to them. No visuals though. Can't see them. At this point they are now directly level with us. 13,50130. And how she now moved also to our left side apparently. I can't see them just yet. They're 2,000 feet below. They're meant to be directly in front of us. Not quite sure why we can see an aeroplane, yet not see an aeroplane. It's kind of a concern actually. Especially something I'm meant to see what traffic for around me for 3,500 miles. Sorry, for 1,000 miles, sorry. 1,100 even. What wrong with me today? Yes, I set my VATSIM out, my squawk box, to alert for mule traffic around 100 nautical miles. Well, this does not seem to be the case. Try and mess around a little bit more. So if I direct to my left, go down below. There's a waypoint we're now at. Yeah, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oh well, we're clear of them now. Now continue our flights and make our way down to London. Check out the time. It's 1 hour 31 to arrival, so as I say, winds are now getting a little bit better. Hopefully give us a nice push, especially as we get towards London. I will say, my last couple of flights in X-Plane have done me pretty well in terms of getting on time. In fact, a couple of minutes early. Maybe I'm a good pilot, maybe it's just, weather's been really good recently, but yeah, flight times have been very good. Getting a couple minutes in gives me more time on the ground for a turnaround just to prepare everything up. So, like I said, a bit earlier on, I flew in from Stansted to Gardermoen. And then I thought I'd do a quick turnaround to kind of keep it as realistic to what the pilots would be doing in the real world, which would have been flying in from Stansted for return flights. Sort of set out so you'd see it's pretty much as close as you'd expect for the real thing. And yeah, that's why I always enjoy these premieres, kind of bring you guys with me as I fly the real world. Like I say in the description, click on the link for Flightradar, and you get to track my flights in the real world at the same time. About to pass through flight level 250, 25,000, which means we'll almost be at the top of climb, going up after the next waypoints, and then soon also be leaving the south coast of Norway, welling off. Whereabouts is Sandefjord? I'm not sure. Apparently the times are 3 to 20. Well, I'm looking at Project Fly, not Vaccine, so you probably won't be able to see them. No, I don't. That's us. That's Scandinavian. Where are we then? Nowhere, apparently. But hey, Sandfield Airport is to our left somewhere. That's not just yet, sorry, no, this is Oslo. So, met up with the, yeah, let's talk about the Roblox guy, shall we? So, that's the train line down there. Central Station, Central Station. Met up, just outside of it, it's down the stairs by a little statue of a lion. But yeah, very good to see Oslo. Very much enjoyed it. I mean, again, I'm pre-recording this, I don't actually know what I'm talking about right now, but no, I'm sure I'll enjoy it. And like I said, meet up with a friend out there. Should be a lot of fun. Should definitely be a lot of fun. So, yeah, like I said, met a guy on Roblox. He was working on little projects for a phone that used the HTTP service, which was at the time brand new and a revolutionary thing in Roblox. Wow, you connect to the internet to talk to people. Like, that wasn't new. But no, on a serious note, like, yeah, met up with him doing that, helped him test it and whatnot, and he was quite a cool guy, so, yeah, that's why we met on Roblox. He then had a bit of a fun prank joining in as Shedletsky in the game. Oh, John Shedletsky, you are a legend. Yeah, sadly he left a couple of years ago, and in short, it was a fun trip out. Meeting up with him was good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. For the facts I'm talking about Roblox as well, I will be happy to say that I don't play it anymore, although not for the reason you may think. I did have I stopped playing Bambi 4 or 5 years ago actually, but Mitchell had a game in development, just about to release it. My account got a password guessed and I lost about 100,000 Robux, which meant I ran out of all my advertising revenue, and yeah, the game kind of just lost its way a bit. I mean, apparently now there's some new character models in it, and the whole thing in Roblox is just going weird. Like, I have no idea about what they're Arthro characters. I don't know. They just look weird and out of place. So yeah, maybe it was the right time to leave for me. But no, it was a good game, Roblox. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Probably the game of my youth, along with Arma. Airport down there, although not Gardermoen. Sorry, not Torp. I don't think it is. It very well could be actually. Now, let the aircraft go. Where is it? I've lost it apparently. No. I lost it. I think I may have. I don't think it is Torp though actually, because that is a little bit far behind. And we are going parallel the runway, so no, not just yet. It should be hopefully visible soon, since basing off the island shape really. Where is Torp? In fact, where's the city of Sandefjord? This is down here, yeah. Looking at the map right now on Project Fly for it. Tornsberg, Sandefjord. It's just north of the city. There it is, right in front of me. Right, there's Sandefjord, there's the airport I was meant to depart from. But, like I said, due to the fact that my flight got changed, the flight time got changed, it would be impossible for me to get here. Sadly, I missed out on a chance of going to the secondary Oslo airport. I got the flight recorded for Premiere, so that's all ready to go in the background, but it is private, and sadly a video you guys will never be able to see. But yeah, my route would have basically been a bus down all of the fjords through a very scenic route, I must say. Yeah, it's a shame I'm going to miss out on that. But yeah, I can see the road. In fact, I can see the road entirely all the way to maybe Oslo. But yeah, I would have been on that road. Yeah, that would have been a very beautiful scene. That would have been all bridges and the train track next to us, and that would have been great. Take the bus, I'd be dropped off at a stop about there. Hang on. It's like a petrol station. Yeah, it's about there I'd be dropped off. And then 12 minutes later, another bus would come, collects me, and drive us all the way to the airport. I stay for about an hour and a half. While going to the main Oslo airport, it does however mean that I now have a bit more time. Whoops, a bit more time to myself, and more time to kind of just yeah, more time in the city. Because it's a later flight, 12:30 in Torp compared to 3:30 in Gardermoen, which means I need to get to the airport say around 1:30, 2. Gives me an hour and a half, 2 hours to go through the airport, which is more than enough time. And so half an hour to get to the airport from city centre. If I left Oslo between 1 and half 1 on the Sunday, which is today, earlier today, again I'm on this flight in the real world, must talk like I'm in the future. Yes, it's a good timing. It's a good timing. It's made my life a lot easier. I'll enjoy this trip. I really will. As I say, it's another Scandinavian country for me ticked off. I've now done I've done now Sweden, now I've done Oslo. Denmark's last Scandinavian country to go, although it's also the cheapest Ryanair flight, so I can easily do Copenhagen at some point soon. And yeah, I've now only got one more Nordic country to go to as well. So that's Copenhagen, Denmark, and that is Iceland. But that should be a little bit more than a weekend away. The flight's a lot more expensive, and obviously in Iceland you want to do a little bit more of the sightseeing. Yeah, that'll be a plan for the future. But for now, yeah, head back home, and then just get myself back into normal working life a bit. Though that being said, I will. Yeah, I'm off to Biarritz in France, and then taking the bus to Bilbao in Spain in April, late April. And then, of course, the big one, off to Greece in May. That's the trip I'm definitely most excited for, so fingers crossed all goes to plan. I really hope it goes to plan. Yes, I must remind myself that it's also daylight savings today, so I actually lose an hour of sleep. Lose an hour in a day, we'll see. And, yeah, I've actually been corrected. At least I reminded myself after the last video that I talked about the fact that I'm flying the day after Brexit yesterday. Although, well, the one fact is that Brexit's now delayed until either April if you don't get a deal, or May if we do get a deal. But most important, Norway's not a part of the European Union. This was never an EU flight anyway, so if, say, we go out of no deal and all flights do get cancelled, the Norway flights does not get affected in any way, shape or form, because this flight has no connection to the European Union. We don't fly over France, don't fly over the Netherlands, we fly over water, so we're outside of international airspace. Norway's on its own. The UK will technically be on its own, although, like I said, now we have been delayed in the Brexit process. I try and keep neutral on all, like, the politics and whatnot on this channel, because I don't quite like taking sides, especially on something so public. But, yeah, Norway's not part of the EU, so all my comments yesterday, during the premiere about Brexit and the EU and all that, throw it in the bin. It just does not have any effects. But no, like I say, it's an interesting thing, Brexit, especially for travel, and that's going to do in the future. But hey, we'll keep strong, we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed we'll sort it all out in the near future. We're now cruising 244 knots. That'll be Mach. Mach. Stick back onto that. Twist the legs. 0.771. So yeah, a fair bit of a cruise going on there. Yeah, so in this flight I'll be sitting in the right hand side. But actually, yeah, initially I was meant to sit on 26F, so this would have been my view, but not anymore. Because of the ticket changes and whatnot, I requested to sit on... hang on, what's the... yeah, so I'm sitting behind this row. This is my view for the flights today. So I'm now sitting on 14F, because 26F was taken, 28F was taken, 22F glitched out on the Ryanair seating map. So I wanted to sit on the right hand side. Fun fact, Ryanair aircraft do not have a row 13. There's no S up here so you'll be able to see it, but yeah. Don't have a row 13, meaning this will be my seats, 14F. Unlucky though sitting on row 13, although, sorry, sitting on row 12, well, not a problem with the Zybo because they stick a seat row right on the panel. Yeah, no window here. Same for those sitting on the right hand sides, on 12A and 14A. Or even 10A, or 11A and 14A. I don't get the seat number. That 13 missing just is a pain. But yes, I almost once sat in this window, but a passenger change meant that we were given a few rows back. Gonna get out of that, but yeah, basically a passenger wanted to sit with their family and there was the whole row, so they asked us if they wanted us to move. We were more than happy to. We got the window seat just behind it, and that flight went pretty well. But yeah, I think this was this seat, because I remember getting a view of the engine, quite nice. Yeah, something like that. But no, sitting on the other hand side this time. One day, I'd like to try and get somewhere on the very front of the aircraft. Downside to that though is that Ryanair seats not the cheapest towards the front. So the only reason why I got stat seats moved and without any extra charges was because I already prepaid for a seat, and as a result the system wouldn't let me pay it for a second time. While Ryanair, the website won't let you pay twice. That's a myth. But no, like I said, the whole Ryanair case of getting me to rebook the flights and whatnot, no problems whatsoever. Like I said, the guy was very kind to me, very fun to talk to. He did it very quickly, no questions asked. Well, actually there were questions asked, but just kind of like reassure me that the flight wasn't going to like cancel. I could still do it later. All the basics, and yeah, the whole process was really well made. People complain about Ryanair. People always complain about Ryanair. But for me, the return flight cost me no more than £25–30. If you're spending less than 30 quid on a ticket, you're paying a bus fare at this point, a return bus fare. Don't expect a luxury for the world's cheapest flights. I mean, like I say, Ryanair's not a luxury airline. There are no frills, cut down the costs. You get what you give them. But it ain't a bad airline. They're honest about being rubbish. If you want the truth out of it. Yes, you can get luxury airlines anywhere else in the world. But Ryanair, you get what you pay for. And it's get from A to B very cheaply and very quickly as well. Right, time's just gone 3 o'clock. Flight time remaining 59 minutes. That was a very quick flight then. 59 to go. When I get back, I'll then very much likely be heading out again. Mother's Day as well today. Happy Mother's Day, Mother. You're not going to watch this, but there you go. Message to you. Right, let me see if there's anybody active in London right now. When I left Stansted about an hour and a half ago, there was... Yeah, no one on right now, but there was Stansted Ground, there was Stansted Tower. If I zoom into London area, stick over to that sim on Project Flight, see if there's any active red areas. The answer is gosh. London Centre's on. Well played to that guy. He's been online for 5 minutes, so he'll be on for a fair while to come. We'll actually go touch a bit of Denmark Centre as well. We may get some active frequencies later, which is always a good sign, because I love active frequencies. Well, fingers crossed we get to go through some of that. So a bit of a shame we missed out on the what's his name, the Denmark guy earlier. Not Denmark, sorry, the Norway guy in charge of Oslo Tower. In fact, he was Oslo Centre, I suppose, Tower. But yeah, it was a very good bit of crew that. Just give me a moment to reboot my brain, because I have no idea what words coming out of my mouth right now. Genuinely no idea. Well, that we have got about 50 minutes to go. 55 minutes to go. Winds have gone a little bit slow, but that's fine. We're making a solid 25-30 FPS, so we're not going to slow down by the sim for any reason. Yeah, things are going pretty well at the moment. I'm really trying to think of something to say right now, but my mind has just drawn a complete, absolute blank. And there isn't really much to say, I guess, other than that the flight's going well, flying over water, nothing really to look out. Look over the right hand side, I think the land Oslo is now behind us as well. Yep, coast is now just come over to the horizon. That we won't be able to see much longer. Left hand side actually got a bit more of a view. If I zoom out, double check that. Oh no, it's Denmark. That's a view of, so Denmark's now visible. And we're very almost about to enter Denmark airspace. I'm going to show you the map of how it looks quickly. Give you a kind of view. A second. Show desktop. There we go. So we're now skirting on the edge of the Danish airspace. See if we get towards them or not. Find out. Around us. There we go. Centre information. Within London, we've got this guy, Harry Sugden, taking control of London Centre. He's been running for 11 minutes, so we'll definitely talk to them. Bishop's talking of the airport, sorry. You're a guy coming to land at Stansted, Manchester to Gatwick. That's not right. Stansted Airport actually does seem pretty empty. Heathrow to Amsterdam, British Airways, 422. You're departing Stansted. Off Charlie, Manchester. Went to Luton, Manchester. Is there an active Manchester tower? I believe there is. Because Manchester is usually quite active, but it's counting as a training airport for a lot of uses. So yeah, Manchester's usually pretty good. Of course, that's why there's so many people. Go away. What is this? Is this Manchester? Oh. Oh, okay, that was a disaster from me. I never noticed the south. Okay. No, that is right. I'm just being an idiot. Okay, yeah, Manchester's there. So Stansted's fairly empty right now. Nothing going on really there. See Amsterdam flights. Yeah, pretty much clear. We're now within the airspace, but probably not be contacting Denmark, is just crossing through. So yeah, just maintain our own navigation at this point until they are done with us. So kind of about halfway through the flight now. Let's just check the map. Yes, so departed 38 minutes ago, arriving 45. Ground is taking a weird set of is this the mesh acting up or? Honestly, don't have a clue, but something's going on with the ground and it's not taking it too nicely. If I quickly, hang on, I'll go for 3J FPS and just mess around with that a little bit. Let's see, max quality, max FPS. Okay, max FPS does kind of fix it, so I'm guessing it's a cloud rendering issue. Not particularly sure what it's trying to do. Very weird. Hopefully by the time it gets to London that will have itself cleared up a little bit. And displaying a slightly more normal scene below. And as I say, at the moment the aircraft's pretty much going on its own. Very nicely, no traffic around us. Weather's fantastic. Genuinely is looking really good, so I'm not expecting any problems here when it comes to landing later. Back in 2 moments, just gonna quickly go pop for a glass of water. Right, so a bit more about Norway. When I do arrive, yeah, I mean, this is gonna get really weird. I guess what's there really talk about Norway other than, gosh, pardon me, I'm getting hiccups now. Yeah, they use the krona. Nah, that's about it really. They use the krona. They're a European country. That's not too bad actually. Hey Google, what's the weather in Oslo like on Saturday and Sunday? And hey Google, what's the weather like in Oslo on Sunday?
In Oslo on Sunday, it will be partly cloudy, with a high of 7 and a low of -3.
Gosh, okay, so it's going to be a fairly cold weekend, I must say. Maybe still some snow out there. In fact, let me message the guy just to see what he says. Because I'm actually recording this on the Wednesday, just before I fly, so... what's the weather out like there? And is there still any snow about? If there's a bit of snow out there, then I'm going to thoroughly enjoy that, because it may be the only bit of snow I get this year. No, I lie. When I go to Finland, if I go to Finland, like I say, that's still very much an if. Comes down to what the people out there are doing in terms of work or college or uni. Basically, the three options that they're going through at the moment. Yeah, very much depends on what they're doing out there and where they'll be. Whether they'll still be in Lapinaranta or if they're going to Turkey or Tampere. So that I will need to figure out. Probably figure out more of that in September once they are back into normal, and I'll probably book the flights around then. Rest of the days off. But besides all that, again, I just have Finland a lot. I love Finland. Beautiful country. People out there are really nice, really kind, really opening. Friends out there, absolutely fantastic people. I do like that country. I'll never let it go. You know, Norway, it should be a bit of fun. I mean, it's the most expensive country I've been to at this point. Which is why I'm keeping a lot of extra in the bank right now for budgeting. So double check what the bank says right now in terms of how much I've got. If I need to do a quick transfer, just kind of boost it a little bit. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'll get a fair bit in there. I should be alright for the weekend. I mean, when I was in Sweden last time, I spent about 180, 190 in 2 days, so hopefully I won't need to spend much more. Yeah, when I was going to Sweden, that was a shock. I will say the prices of some of the stuff out there wasn't particularly the worst in the world, but I just wasn't expecting it. A lot of people say it's expensive out there, and you'll suffer if you try and go to a pub or something like all that. Join for a half pints of, if it was an IPA at a meatball place, and yeah, the meal as a whole cost around it was 300 Swedish krona, about £30 in the UK. So it was worth it. I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, you got a dessert as well with it and all that. I enjoyed it, but I'll very much be keeping out of my budget for all future meals. Well, like I say, hopefully out there a friend as well. I'll very much control my spending a little more, to say the least. I'll definitely grab a souvenir or something. I usually actually collect hats when I'm out in places, but we'll see what time gives me, really. I'm not sure if I watched a movie or anything on the way for this flight. I mean, last time I flew, that was when I was going to Poland. I watched The Cat from Outer Space, the old Disney classic. A very good film, actually. I don't know what I was expecting, but no, The Cat from Outer Space was genuinely a really good film. I'd actually watch it again. Yeah, enjoyed that one a lot. I'm going to try and watch Das Boot, the original movie, because I thoroughly enjoyed the Sky remake series. So I'll stand by to agree since the flight's long enough for it. Not really sure what I'd watch on the way to Sweden. I don't have much time left, so I might be just grab a few YouTube videos and watch them off the YouTube Red. Something I have got a subscription for. It's not bad actually. Worth getting it if you do like watching your YouTube videos. To check my routing, I actually need to think about our approach very soon. Yeah, half an hour into the arrival, so let's go through the arrival process, shall we? Arriving. What am I doing arrive on? That's the question I need to get answered now. Because when I departed an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago, that was on runway 04. Things may have changed. In fact, we'll probably get the centre to guide me in later. Yeah, runway 22 coming in. So, in fact, there's an aircraft coming in from Oslo right now as we speak. Switch to desktop. There you go. Ryanair 1 Echo Charlie from Oslo. Oslo Gardermoen, so our airport is Stansted. What's his flight time? He lands in 1 hour. Departed 1 hour 37 minutes ago. Yeah, about an hour, 1 hour 38. Coming to land. I'm not sure if you'll go around, just a very weird map there. Yeah, you've just been mapped out quite weird coming in from Shannon. So I wonder if there's like a live webcam for Stansted Airport watching land. Who are you? You're Echo Foxtrot Juliet. Quite a new one actually. EFG. 151 knots. That's basically all that for the info. Your FedEx. That's a leave for somewhere in the US. I presume you've touched down now since you've not moved in a couple of moments. Yeah, he'll be down the ground now, there we go. Alright, but yeah, it's probably 22 now, I know. Let's get it all programmed in, so arrival, 22. Via the, there's no balmy approach. Definitely be an Abbott then. Maybe Abbott 1 Charlie. We'll see how the connection goes. So if I stick it onto plan, this page, step, zoom out, and where does it want us to go? Let's go to Idesi, or Lapa and Abbott's. Yeah, that's a pretty standard approach. So we'll plug that in. There we go. And that's us into Stansted now sorted. So approach is all set, know our runway. Actually now program the approach anyway, that'd be 30 at 139 knots. And the landing ILS is 1105-223. 1055, we'll just stick that back one by. So 11055 to 11050. 223. Yeah, pretty good that frequency. 223. 223. I'm happy with that. So approaching. Nice and quickly. Got no real traffic in the way of us. Especially as no one's really coming into Stansted on that. I'll definitely keep an eye on that map later on. And if all goes to plan, the London Centre guy is still very much active. So we'll very much likely be talking to them as well later. On Stansted, there's a few aircraft. There's one aircraft coming to land now, 34 Papa Delta from Bremen, who's on a few flights actually and just not disconnected. So if we go to desktop, you can see departed from Stansted, flew to Bremen. No, sorry, he started at Bremen, flew to Stansted. Then he departed Stansted again. Oops, flying back to Bremen. And then from Bremen, he's now on this third trip back into Stansted. So yeah, he's now on his third leg. Not sure why you've come in away from the other way. Ooh, weird approach. You're coming from Shannon. You're a Lufthansa apparently. You're flying a Lufthansa airplane. Yeah, aircraft. An A320neo, what is going on with you? You're flying a Ryanair route in an A320neo because that makes total sense. That's what projects fly as well, just does not make it any easier. In fact, I'll go to that sim. Oh. Okay, they're project fly aircraft anyway. None of them on that sim at all, so they don't matter. It's still quite an odd bit of flying you're doing there. Anyways. Back to the main gameplay, shall we? So 40 miles top of descent. Everything's looking good. Quick refresh of the weather will show that still pretty much clear of there. No clouds. Visibility 10,000. 4 knot winds heading to 40. Double check the weird cloud issues we saw. They've now actually been fixed. Whatever we'll see in the clipping earlier. My guess they were like a cloud's texture layer that just disappeared with the ground below. Very odd bit of texture in that. Looking pretty good at the moment. Clouds are actually a little bit heavier now over here compared to Oslo earlier. But as long as it's out of the way of London, let's look at a proper update over here, shall we? WX Echo Sierra. Oh, sorry. Not X, sorry. It's Echo Golf Sierra, not X. Done it again. Sorry about that. Winds are, there go, visibility 999. There are broken clouds at 4,100 though. So there are clouds coming in on short, actually more on long final. But nothing again actually really in the way of us. Does a new Ryanair magazine come out for this month? It looks like it. No, sorry, this is still the older magazine. There's something in particular I want to get. Oh no, this could be new. Oh no. Oh yeah, this is still the old one. Hopefully, the flight yesterday, I'll definitely ask on board for it. Because I asked for it on the flight from Stansted. Basically, I want to get the little Model 737 Ryanair you get on board. Unfortunately, you don't get a chance to, well, I couldn't buy it on the last flight, like I said, because they ran out of stock. They checked the trolley for me and it wasn't there. Nice guy though, although I can show a little bit of disappointment that it wasn't there. Fingers crossed. The magazine won't have changed yet for the return flights. I'll ask again for it. Echo India Delta Alpha Zulu. It's not the highest quality model ever, but it's a little 737 of Ryanair. to buy on a 737 of Ryanair. Just bring €10 with me. Well, in actually fact, Ryanair do take card, so I'll probably just use my debit card and scan that. In fact, what happens to Daz? Planespotters.net. It no longer flies with Ryanair, I believe. Yeah, it now flies with Nordstar. 15.2 years. Flew Ryanair until from February 2004 to February 2011. Before going to RBS Aviation Capital. And then making its way to Northstar Airlines as Victor Quebec Bravo Kilo Romeo in March 2011. Alright, so now comes our next waypoint, which is Bimbo. Which means actually, we are now coming off of Vladi and onto the main bit of the route. Now that we've completed the majority of our crossing, we'll be over UK airspace in about 5 minutes. We'll be over the airspace of the controller on the centre in about maybe 2 minutes, which means I will at some point soon start need to tune into them. In fact, if we go to Squawk Box and shows online, I should be tuning 123.9 on Con 2, VHF2. So wait for the message to come up asking us to contact them. Go through the request, and then we'll make our way over to active frequency. A few people flying over the UK right now on that sim, so definitely be an active server. Won't be too peaceful. And as long as we know our call signs being read out, then we should be alright, as they will be controlling all aircraft coming into London, Stansted, Gatwick, Luton, Heathrow, all the main airports in the southeast of England. Top of the ascent coming up in 50 miles. Reset the MCP to 2,500, which will be the intercept for the ILS at Stansted. Yeah, 2,500 Charlie India 22, Abbott's 8,000. That'll be on the altimeter reset as well. You can tell by that little A mark there. Current altimeter in the UK is right now 1033. What is it tuned to? I think it's 1031 when we landed earlier. Nope, it's not supposed to do. I'll have to do that. 1021. Okay, so if we put it to 1033 and hold it. So now it comes to tune that later. We'll then get it onto correct QNH. Good chance when we do tune into London Centre as well, we'll need to change our squawk. Currently set to 403, which is our squawk given us by the active controller at Oslo Gardermoen, Oslo Centre. We can tune it into their frequency, see what London controller's like. So we now have entered the airspace for London Centre. Any moment now, we'll see the message pop up requesting for us to tune into their frequency. I'll hide the project flights for a moment. Yeah, it sounds getting a bit more active now. At least the airspace around it is getting more active. Not particularly anyone landing there, but we've got a Nottingham aircraft passing over to Amsterdam. We've got a Manchester aircraft passing over to Gatwick. Not sure what Papa Hotel is. Edinburgh. I've got an Edinburgh aircraft going to Luton, so just behind. You've still got a 738 Foxtrot Romeo Victor Alpha Hotel from Nice going to Glasgow, currently over Bishop Stortford. And we've got a Manchester up to Gatwick aeroplane, currently over the airport as well. So no one really landing at Stansted, but a lot of passing traffic. Once more. There we go, 123.9.
flight 60 for late descent.
A moments of peace on the frequency.
Neptune 426, descend flight level 60.
Descending 60, number 426.
Hello there, this is Ryanair 3 Bravo Charlie with you at flight level 370 for Stansted.
Ryanair 3 Bravo Charlie, hello, walk 6504, Army 1 Alpha arrival.
6504. Squawk 6504 for the Barmy 1 Alpha arrival. Ryanair 3 Bravo Charlie. Barmy 1 Alpha, so that actually has changed. Arrival. Get rid of Abbott.
50281.
Don't have Barmy.
Sorry, yeah. Runway 6832, runway 27 right, total land, and 05
Continue as
degrees.
standard. Yeah, we
after
do fly
landing,
with Barmy to
down
my destination lap
Good night.
right, yeah.
It's alright,
That's fine.
clear to land for something 6832. Go and taxi when we're done for thanks for your stay overnight.
Yeah. 50281.
10 miles to go.
Landing down a choice.
Reset
23
MCP
right,
altitude.
and 130.
2500.
Landing first, 23 right, on 502, okay.
American 112, turn left heading at 300 degrees.
Left heading 300, American 112.
Now we've got to pay full attention
Ryanair 3
to
Bravo Charlie, descend flight level 200.
down to 200. Ryanair 3 Bravo Charlie.
Neptune 426, fly heading 270.
So get that back up to 200 flight level, 20,000 feet. Since yeah, we're now going to get a proper step down the descent. So as I was saying, yeah, got to pay full attention now to frequency, since we could get a message in at any point alerting us of the upcoming stages. We're 2.5 miles now to the top of the descent, so throttles will start to cut down.
American 112 heading
That's our
2
descent.
5.
Hello again from the flight deck. We are just commencing
And we'll go to our window, shall we?
landing ahead of schedule and the weather conditions
American
are looking good at our
112 maintain
destination.
speed
We'll be touching down in less
160
than
knots
30
or
minutes, so do
greater.
make your way back to your seats. Thanks for choosing the fly of us today, and it's been a
150,
pleasure having you on
American
board.
112.
So should be fairly distinct when we do descend. As the throttle powers down and the aircraft slightly banks downwards.
Shuttle 3 Zulu.
Have I?
27 right, total land, and variable speed.
If you insist, Miss Flight Attendants, well done on the fasten seatbelt signs. I'm going to do it around 25,000 feet, but that's fine by me.
Degrees, clear the ILS approach, runway 23 right.
210 clear, ILS 23 right, American 112.
One of Georgia. One of Georgia.
Sounds of 632, London Control, good evening. Squawk ident and class flight level 290.
It was what I did, and now for
Keep an eye on my airspeed, we are increasing slightly, so yeah, checking that drag quiet. A bit of spiders in just to help us slow down our descent.
Then to altitude 2,000 feet.
The UK will be visible to us very shortly.
Descend 2,000 feet, QNH 136 and 426.
Next waypoint is Idesi, which brings us onto the
American
full step out arrival.
160 knots, maintain until 4 EME.
I should need to be at Idesi, 180, 18,000.
Still 4 American 112.
So we'll likely be levelling off just for that waypoint before tower clears us onto another step of our another step of our descent into Stansted.
KLM for Snowy Charlie X-ray.
Ah, there you are. KLM 47 Charlie X-ray. Descend flight level 200.
And
Ryanair 8462, descend flight level 80.
same flight level 80 binary.
American 112 after landing, main 27, after landing taxi to stand, alter your choice, main 23 right, and this around 203, 3 knots.
Quick one, GT1
Yeah, going to reduce spoilers. Speed does increase again, so very much balance between
30,
speed and descent.
taxi, Alpha Link 56 and 505. Your fault. Neptune 426, turn right.
There's one thing Vatsum has taught me,
Turn right, wing 060 degrees.
is how to understand people talking even in the worst of conditioned microphones. Because this, as the joke is, the voice codec in Vatsum is always a joke and doesn't sound nearly at all close to what a real aircraft voice comms sound like. I mean, I know, I've now heard real comms in a real aircraft flying across the UK in microlights, especially around the Luton Airport area. That was fantastic. I'm going to have to do that again soon. But, yeah, in fact, yeah, shout out to Ben Hilton. He's now got his training license.
Bravo Charlie, you don't seem to have followed the star. In future, if you don't have it on board, then please do let me know so that we can do something about it. Right, heading 2703.
270 for 3 Bravo Charlie. Whoops, we've been caught out there, haven't we?
Number 632 seems to have taken a very different route for the departure. Route right now to Dover, Delta Victor Romeo.
And we're not the only one, apparently.
I've usually left good evening, Hawk 5647. Good night.
Alright, so if you know our frequency is already into Stansted Airport, that wouldn't be a problem. Backing up to 20,000.
Line in 3 Bravo
There we
Juliet.
go.
Descend
Nope.
flight level 1, 2, right. Sorry, line in 3 Bravo Charlie. Descend flight level 1, 2, right.
120 for 3 Bravo Charlie. Right down to 12,000.
With 180 Tango.
Okay, now visible to us just through the clouds there ahead of us.
280, flight level 280.
Don't know if we're over the coast yet. Very nearly. We're coming over just south of Orford, over Felixstowe. The clouds weren't quite as thick. We get a good view of the city just below us. Once we enter the clouds, like I said, we don't leave again until we've reached 4,100. And they do clear up a bit. The fact that they disappeared there for a slight bit, kind of just got little less dense. That was a 3G FPS in action. Adjusting the cloud path slightly to there you go again, compensates the FPS.
Okay, cut off bit 1, clear 224, thank you. 27 clear for land and variable. In fact,
27 crew to land, Alpha Tower 224.
Team 46 from 80. Descend is 050 degrees, 6 knots, taxi standard full.
That's mission drop, repeat for Neptune start to 6.
Come on, guys. Neptune 46. Yeah, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 08 and start Neptune start to 6.
Delta 3361.
Right, airport's now
Wait a
50
moment.
miles ahead.
Delta 3361. Unicom now 122 definitely. Have a great flight over the bus. Bye-bye.
Roger, Unicom 22.8, Delta 3361, thank you for service, sir.
Okay, passing through 17,000 now, 170.
London Control, hello, this is the 180 time, go for Stansted 280 HU. We have been defending the Stansted 100, but I don't know if we have support, so with the 180 tango with you.
Is that 180 Tango, hello, squawk 2452.
2452.
Is that 180 Tango, thank you, and it's the Bristol 1 Charlie arrival.
Looks like a few aircraft on the frequency actually now disconnecting. Look at the chat. I'm disconnecting or leaving his airspace. So very quickly, this area should clear up quite nicely for us to contact. There you go. UK is now visible down below us. We can see the land. I'm actually level off at 16,000 there for a moment. The descent is now continuing again.
223
Aircraft to our right hand side.
103.
Although not much of a conflict, it's about 20 miles to our right hand side, 3,000 feet below.
And 8462, contact Gatwick Director 126. Good evening.
Sorry, say again, provider infrastructure broke up.
We need to take a bit of more of a manual than that. About 1,000 feet per minute.
Italia 224 vacated.
Therefore it's smooth enough for the
Hello,
throttles.
224, thank you. Choice of stands is all
It's not
yours.
completely idle.
Yeah.
Keep a steady rate of descent going.
Any
Just
stand
maybe to be a little bit steeper during the low ends, but that'd be alright. That's just for the case of that. Go 1.5. So once you get to 1,200, we'll likely get another descent, or very much get another descent, but we'll also likely get another heading change as well. So we're currently flying at 280, heading to 70 technically because of the winds at 40 knots, pushing us to the left, 347. So actually flying at a slight swipe there. Not a major one, but it'd be enough to stay.
27 active takeoff, wind variable 2 knots.
Good evening, Tomjet 982, landing with flight 260.
Jet 980, hello there, Basix 1 Golf arrival. Route direct Holly, descend flight level 130.
Right, time till arrival. It's given us 5 minutes to touchdown. 5 minutes. So if I go to comms and announce prepare for landing.
LM 47 Charlie.
Captain Crew, seats
Great.
for landing, please.
Dublin Dog Line, unfortunately, with Unicom 122 destination, safe landing. Dublin flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have to serve it up approximately 20 minutes into driving. The captain has now switched off the fasten seatbelt sign.
LM
Would you please
05,
return to your
nothing
seats
further
to
for you, I'm
make sure
afraid.
all your
On
personal
Unicom
belongings are
122
safely stowed away in the
destination.
overhead locker.
Yeah. 3 Bravo Charlie, descent flight at 70, and expect vectoring from ILS approach, runway 22.
Down 7,000 and expects vectoring for runway 22, Ryanair 3 Bravo Charlie.
I'm at
So
512,
2,000
leading
people
my airspace.
nets.
Honestly,
Actually, no need. 1,500.
Train to Unicorn 122, just relate.
Nah, we'll go to 2,000 since we do need to go a little bit lower, 2,500 aka, for the intercept into the ILS. Once we get to 7,000, we'll then be given the vectoring. So if we lower our airspeed to 240,
June 46, Roger, taxi to
that brings us
Oslo
below
Torp.
the 250 feet per minute,
Bye-bye.
sorry, 250 knots threshold at 10,000 feet. The spoiler slows down for that. We'll then go through the first and second stage of flaps. Put ourselves in. Set your brake to position 2.
London Center, we are running 0 tango, can we continue descent?
Passing through 11,000, 10.
Negative, you really don't need descent for now. You have 120 miles from touchdown, so you can expect descent in about 30 miles. So now remain at flight level 280, please. Don't worry, you've got plenty of time.
Oh, I remember back when I used to be like that.
Can we request vectors for abroad?
Hang on.
Yeah, don't worry, that's what I do as standard. It will be vectoring for an ILS approach from line 27.
Ah, someone's new to that sim.
Thank you very much.
I remember being like that. You have no idea when you're going to descend or how you're going to make it down in time because you're at 38,000 feet and the airport's only 200 miles away. Gosh, we'll never get there in time. But nah, now that I've flown a little bit more, know the limits of the aircraft. Oh, we've got plenty of time. We'll make it in no problem.
Ryanair 3 Bravo Charlie, descends altitude 4,000 feet to an H1036.
Down to 4,000, QNH 1036 for 3 Bravo Charlie. Alright, down to 4,000. And 36. Down to 220 on the airspeed. Flaps 2. Spoilers disarm.
Sorry, I'm afraid that was unreadable.
Speedbird 223, getting taxi to 27.
Okay, we actually are coming in quite close to Stansted right now.
You are 223, taxi by Charlie, left Alpha, and hold
the altimeter.
November 3.
7,000.
Taxi by Charlie, left Alpha, hold short November.
Right, we'll see what's going to happen now because, yeah, this current heading will take us directly over the airfields. We do very much need a right hand turn coming up. Suppose actually down again.
Ryanair 3 Bravo Charlie, turn right, heading 050 degrees.
050 for 3 Bravo Charlie.
Jet 1903, climb now, flight level 350.
There we go, so that does now clear us
Report your
from
current
Stansted
altitude.
Airport, which is right there for us. Once we're at 4,000, we'll then go for a bit more of a lower descent as well. Next stage of flaps. A little fast for it, but hey. Airspeeds bring down to 180. Right, actually, yeah, so I can see now what they're going to make us do. Gonna fly out in this direction for a little while, before making a left-hand turn, basically on 180,
Stansted 632, climb flight
for
level
establishing on the localizer and
310.
coming into land. It's a nice approach, actually. Just the distance to make a left turn, it should be more than enough. We even use cheat
Line
codes.
3 Bravo Charlie, turn right heading 090
30 degrees. Okay,
0
09.
Or left.
Turn right to heading 090 and slow to 180 knots. Ryanair 3 Bravo Charlie.
On jet 98 kilo.
Turn left heading
then
020.
flight level 80.
Send flight level 80, jet 98 kilo.
Oops, go away. No, go away checklist, I don't need you. I've literally never
On
used
jet
you.
98 kilo, contact Gary director now 126.
I've literally never used it before.
Good evening.
Didn't even know there was a click spot there for it.
126, 825, jet 98 kilo.
Or is it? There. Click it out. Click it back in.
1903,
Fair enough.
climb flight level 350.
Flight level 350, 193.
Ryanair 3 Bravo Charlie, I didn't say turn. Future, when I'm vectoring you, I'll tell you when to turn. Turn left heading 180 degrees and to altitude 2000.
One 190 down to 2000, 3 Bravo Charlie. So what was he telling me to do? Go to 020.
Honda 632, leaving my airspace now. Have a great flight and monitor you. Yeah.
Right, down 1000 feet per minute. 2000, keep it 180.
Women control Ryanair 11 is at Stansted, stand 22, request clearance to Athens.
We're going to Athens, eh? I'll be on that flight in
Ryanair
2
11,
months.
Good evening, close to Athens, Clacton 1 Echo departure.
Stick on the localizer, nope,
5,
180.
2,
Oh yeah,
3,
localizer.
Question 1 Echo departure, squawk 5234 Ryanair 11.
Ryanair 3 Bravo Charlie, my apologies, I just noticed that the text instruction intended for another aircraft was sent to you.
There we go.
Apologies. Turn right heading to 60 degrees, cleared ILS approach runway 22.
No worries at all. Right turn, and we are now established actually for the runway 3 Bravo Charlie. Okay, that makes sense. So what happened there was the signal he sent me was for another aircraft, not so much me. This was slight confusion.
180
It happens.
Tango to
I ain't
level
complaining,
2.
gear down.
Can you repeat please the running
She needs on the landing lights 10,000, whoops.
Descend, flight level 220. Was there 180 Tango?
We are a little low, I believe. Where's the pappies? Yeah, 4 rows a little low, so we'll level off at 2,000. Just high landing speed right now. 139.
Flight level 310.
So,
110,
set flaps to
heading
30.
south, gear, even to you. And a redirect.
Diamonds
to
now
Alpha.
full. And there we go, now can be on short final. So there is an aircraft on the ground to watch us land. That should be all good. Zoom on the PFD. Just full view of the runway.
Ryanair 11. When you're ready, the push and start is approved. QNH to 103.
Pushing started for Ryanair 11.
Boy, frame rate's taking a slight battering, but it seems to have stabilised now. Yeah, it should be stable now for landing, which is pretty good. Right, so keeping on our landing now. 1,300 feet to go. Around 600, I'll then turn off the autopilots, bring it in for a manual. Guiding quite nicely. Throttle as well. I'll move in a moment to get it up to where it is manual auto throttle deactivate. $1,000.
Ryanair 3 Bravo Charlie runway 22 clear to land. Wind at Stansted is 280 degrees, 3 knots.
Sounds good. 3 knots. Clear to land. Runway 22 Stansted. Ryanair 3 Bravo Charlie.
Was there
Comes off,
180
that comes
Tango
off.
descend flight level
Keep the
110.
airplane up. Throttle adjust to where it was before.
Either 223, 27 left, this takeoff, wind variable, 2 knots.
Beautifully done so far.
7 left, clear for takeoff. Speed 223.
50, 40.
Oh boy. No. No explain.
10.
There we go. 132.
Knots.
80 knots. Reverse thrust cuts. And there we go. Welcome to London Stansted Airport. Flaps go up. Brakes off. Whoops. Bring on taxi lights actually, yes. Landing lights off. APU will start up. Wait for the light and push. And there we go. 132 feet per minute landing. I'm happy with that. We made it on the end to Stansted. Slight bit of confusion with the air traffic control. Fair enough, probably started as my fault with the star not available, but I'm not complaining, like I say. It happens. It's a small, minor error which didn't really affect our landing in any way. And there we go. We'll now clear a runway just for the sake of him. Ryanair 3 Bravo Charlie, clear of runway, Stansted.
Mighty Bravo Charlie, welcome to London Stansted. Taxi via Juliet, then Charlie to stand 52 left. Very good night.
Send 52 left via Juliet, and thank you very much. Have a good evening. Right, 52 left. Where on earth is that? If any aircraft can taxi in a straight line, I would go and cheat and have a look, shall we? 52 left. You're pushing back. 31, 32, 44, 41, 44. Yes, we've drifted a little bit. That's just down to the aircraft doing whatever it wants. Could probably use a map or something, but who uses those? 5-2 left, stand 6-4, which means these are all 5s. Cool. So we make a right hand turn here.
US 223, reports your passing altitude. I'm now flight level 130.
Speaker 223, I'm passing now 3,500 and climb flight level 130, speaker 223.
5-3. 53 right. 52.
180 Tango, fly heading 270 degrees.
Ah, nice little gain actually. Right at the end of the original outwards terminal here at Stansted.
Sorry, was that
Yes, this is the original terminal.
280 degrees.
This is the
280.
extension built in the 1990s. That's the original 1980s, but Stansted was built basically back to front. Anyways, we're in position. Hold the aircraft there. Parking brake set. Power on the APU. Switch the bleeds around. Packs off. Engines off. I realised that we actually have been using the this screen rather than engines for the entire flight. So we're a bit late, but hey, it's not going to affect us anyway. Whoops. Well, now it's just lighting changing. Yes, seatbelt sign comes off. Ground services here at Stansted. Right, stairs, because again no airside exists yet. And forwards. Fuel truck. Set the chock, set the GPU. Doors, not yet, so just need to turn off the taxi lights. Runway turn off lights, never off either.
Landing control radar 1-1.
Set the ground power on. Disconnects you. That goes off. Open the forward cargo before the cargo truck arrives.
Taxi holding point Romeo 1, runway 22 via hotel and Romeo.
That's all off. Now ground power. We can open the door. If any passengers that want to come in the front and say hello. Both sets of stairs are now in position, or not just yet actually, or moving now. There we go. Open you, open you. And there we have it. Aircraft now set up for landing, or set up for the ground. So passengers will now disembark. We'd have another flight to go actually, so we wouldn't do a shutdown. We've got another flight, probably at least one or two more if we come to land, because the time is only 20 past 4.
180 Tango, Eastern flight level 70.
We will now disconnect from voice comms. Turn that off, there we go. And let's now finish the flights here on smart cars. Pirate filed. Finish the flights here on project flight complete. Looking good. And yeah, let's now disconnect the flight.
223, climb, flight level 380.
Don't turn off your comms as well. Nope. Has no control over what you actually hear in the game, eh? Fair enough. Right, so let's go to talk box. In fact, let me close all the exits and whatnot, because don't forget that in order to play the replay, you need to manually close all this stuff. There you go. That's talk box, disconnect. Toggle replay mode, stick it on final. Bit later than that, there you go. So 4:19:31. Right hand side. Approach is looking exactly that as you'd expect to see from a 737 right hand side window. Minus the stuttering again, because for some reason the replays just seem to stutter. It doesn't do that in the actual sim, I've noticed. The replays seem to stutter sometimes for me. Not sure why. But anyways, you're coming into land. So this is exactly as you'd expect to see on a final at Stansted. Top of the trees right there. Over the threshold. Over the runway. Now towards the touchdown marker. Beautiful, that's all I can say really. That was a beautiful spot on landing. Yeah. I don't think I've actually performed the landing any smoother. Oops. Than that, really. Let's have a look at the left-hand side, shall we? Left-hand side's not really a view I get too much of. I never really fly on the left-hand side. You fly on seat F as opposed to A. There we go, coming in now. Fields of England, looks about right, especially this time of year actually. Not quite growing anything, so covered in grass for the majority. Okay, that's us taking manual control of the throttle. So at this point we are now on full manual control. City is looking good, a few houses down below as well as roads. All back to England really is a fantastic ad and I can't deny that, it really is. I love every little thing about it. There we go, forest down below, just at the end of the runway. Over the threshold. Over the runway. Touchdown. Notice the use of reverse thrust right at the very last second in the air. Not a common thing that pilots do, but I do know that it can be done. It can be done to kind of drop the lift off at the very last second, which is what I did there. Kind of kill off any chance of a float. It's not something that a lot of pilots do, but it's a skill that you can learn. I do enjoy doing it. If you do search for YouTube, Ryanair reverse thrust in air, there's a fairly popular clip actually, a couple million views, showing off the use of reverse thrust of Ryanair aircraft just before touchdown. As I said, so just kind of stopping chance of floats happening with that one. Thought I'd use the reverse thrust at a couple of feet. Technically you can't use reverse thrust in the air, in 737, that gets locked off. And so, yeah, once you're low enough to the ground, it's possible to use the ground effect against it, therefore try not the reverse thrust. Yeah, beautiful landing. Nothing else to say about that really. It's exactly what you expect from this sort of thing. Absolutely fantastic, that's what I can say. I loved it. That was a great landing. Bring to an end what was a fantastic flight into Stansted from Oslo Gardermoen. So like I said, if you're watching that on Flightradar 24, you could track that flight in the real world, as well as here on Explain 11 on this live stream. That was the flight. That's about it really. Nothing more to say other than that was a pretty good landing to end off what has been a fantastic flight. The weather was good, air traffic control was very nice as well. One or two errors like I say, but you know, that's pretty much part and parcel of this job. And yeah, that was just a very, very fun flight overall. So I think that will now be the end of that. So I hope you guys very much enjoyed the live stream, or the premiere even. Do like if you did, do subscribe. And yeah, I shall see you next time. Have a great evening, and goodbye.